Tes 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 tes.
Stabilize.
Pel.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Sorry. Waduh, waduh. Terindah. Tanaman berbahaya. Yang telah bermutasi. Tanaman bermutasi ya tuh. Yuk, udah beres ternyata.
Wait, look who it is!
Tidak.
Thank goodness you're okay. We were
Atau
so
ini
worried
si
about
Catherine.
you. Hey, this was supposed to be a touching reunion, but you're ruining the moment. Actually, it's very smart of the traveler to be wary of me right now. After all, the doctor has shown that his technology can apparently even control human minds. Plus, it's not like you could have known what happened after we split up and I was facing the doctor by myself. Even a pool of stagnant water after a torrential storm can occasionally pass as a patch of sky. Paimon feels like only the real Nahida could come up with such an obscure analogy. Huh? But I wasn't trying to win your trust or anything. All I wanted was to clarify my point. Well, we understand that point now. Please, Nahida, tell us more about what happened. Are those poor people alright?
Belum.
When
Masih
you
hari
left,
Rabu.
I was still in the middle of restoring everyone's minds.
Oh, hari ini. Paling malaman meren.
When the doctor mentioned depositing information into the subconscious, he didn't mean engraving information into their minds. Instead, he did something closer to creating hallucinations. That was still within my power to fix. Luckily, I managed to finish my restorations and mind jump away from him just as he was about to capture me. What a relief. I wouldn't be relieved just yet. I gave away my true identity when I restored everyone's minds, which means we've lost another one of our trump cards. Also, the doctor is already an expert at modifying Akasha terminals. Maybe it's only a matter of time until he captures my consciousness inside the Akasha.
Would that mean you'd no longer be able to jump between minds? Then how do we stop him? He's still at the academia, so... Ugh, it feels like he's toying with...
Yo,
Plus,
harus
Doctor's combat
pakai
ability alone is
jangan
apparently
kamu
enough to make him
malas-malas.
worthy of being...
We shouldn't give up hope just yet.
Actually, Nahida...
Yes, I have. I can see the Traveler's elemental energy, so I deduced your destiny. You didn't come here for...
We're looking for a scholar we know. His name is Tainari, and the sages once tried to reach out to him. Why don't you come inside with us and see what we can find?
Okay, let's just hope we won't get him into trouble.
Oh. Di bawah ya. Waduh, 400 meter mana tuh? Ini ternyata. Teleport. Nah guys, yang nonton jangan lupa di like-nya, jangan lupa subscribe-nya guys. Dan semoga betah-betah guys. Jangan lupa komen juga. Ketemu kali lagi dong. Kole.
Oh, hi there, Traveler and Paimon. Master, I prepared the pharmaceutical equipment. Do you need me to help grind the medicine?
No need. A precise dosage is required this time, so I'll do it myself.
Oh, okay.
But once I'm done, you can deliver the medication to the child. He gets a little nervous when I'm around for too long. I don't think he finds me very approachable. I'll go prepare the medication. Traveler.
Akan ngobrol bersama Tignoris.
How is he? Doing any better? I feel like he's doing a lot better. And his temperature... That's wonderful!
Wonderful.
Oh yeah, he asked me to tell you that Suna came by earlier. And Suna didn't get mad, so he won't...
It's nothing. Did you prepare the traveling gear I asked you to?
Of course I did! Are you going...
Yes. We're going to the contaminated region. Judging, I'm leaving everything to you while I'm...
Nyambung ya berarti sama yang zona
Many things are learned by doing.
kontaminasi.
And once they've been... Deal with problems as you yourself see fit.
That's right! You'll do... Alright! Then I'll... Master, Traveler, Paimon, take care of yourselves!
We'll be all right. You'll understand. You put too much confidence. Let's return and find that crab.
Oke, kita kembali ke mesin yang kemarin gitu. Sekarang jadi ini misinya ini apa? Beresin dulu mana ya, ini dulu kah? Ini dulu deh. Ini ya. Terbang.
We're here! This should be... Huh? Where's the... Did it secretly scuttle away?
Tidak.
The traps weren't
Itu dia. tadi sih.
You honored our agreement and waited here until we returned. As such, I'll hold up my end and give you another mechanical part. Keep it safe. I'm not giving you another one if you lose it. Glad you're satisfied. If you want more mechanical parts, take us deeper into the contaminated region. I want to see what happened there.
Mhm.
So this is the contaminated region that everyone's been talking about. It's like really
Do you feel unwell at all?
Masih baik-baik saja.
Good. It's as I predicted. Elemental power confers a degree of resistance against the contaminated.
How do you know that?
I haven't entered the contaminated region for a proper investigation, but I've conducted quite a few controlled experiments. My observations during our time here have all but confirmed my hypothesis. Look at these flowers. How are they different from normal?
Cara.
This flower species is formally known as the Sumeru rose, but it is also known as the ley line lodestar. They're sensitive to ley lines and emit varying. From the looks of things,
You're saying the contamination here is coming from ley lines?
I can't confirm that right now. Let's take another look around and see if we can discover more clues.
Lanjut. Berenang kah?
You know, we haven't seen any animals this entire... The birds used to chirp really loud.
This contaminated region currently appears to have a critical efflux of ley line energy. Some animals have keen awareness. They sensed something abnormal in this area and fled.
Leaky ley lines sure can cause a lot of damage, huh?
Cause a lot of damage.
Like how plants have preferred growth conditions, we also graduate climate, temperature, humidity. This equilibrium is broken. If normal fluctuations in temperature occur, then our bodies automatically adjust. However, the average person...
Then why are we okay?
I'm not sure why you are, but she and I are fine. Of course, it's not a good idea to spend too much time in areas with concentrated ley line energy. The only one who can freely traverse this place is probably the mechanical crab. That's about it for the investigation. Help me find an open space.
Oke. Investigasi mana lagi? Atas ya. Enggak.
Environment, no wind. Target parameters, normal.
Normal.
Setup complete. Excellent. Looks like it's working.
What's this?
A purification device that I made. It can absorb excess ley line energy and temporarily stabilize an area.
What a neat thing! Let's set up more and cover the entire...
I wouldn't mind if that would actually work. Unfortunately, once this contamination is present, it isn't something that a few purification devices can fix. The purification devices have their limits. At best, they can only prevent the contaminated region from expanding temporarily. If we want to permanently eradicate the contamination from the ley line effluents, that's
Yeah.
right.
Betul.
Huh?
Apa tuh?
The mechanical...
Something's approaching.
Ada yang mendekat. Nah,
So that's it. Now that the ley line energy has stabilized, the monsters that had left are starting to return. Get rid of them quickly.
oke.
Don't.
Begitu kah?
Absorption test.
Beres.
Whew. That's all of them.
Oke. Sudah beres. Waduh. Ada lagi?
Hey! Where are you? Wait, let's hurry and keep up.
Ayo kita susul.
The mechanical crab went that way.
Waduh,
Help!
ada apa tuh? Kenapa jasar?
Stand clear. Time for a light show.
Oh, aduh, keburu kayaknya. Ya, tidak keburu.
Absorption test. Animal test 6308.
Beres. Kita ngobrol dengan jasar.
Spare me! Please spare me!
Wah, kenapa?
are
Kita
you
sama-sama manusia, cuy.
These injuries are superficial. Don't move, I'll patch you up.
Dokter, dokter.
Who are you all? What happened to those mechanical monsters?
Don't worry, we took care of.
Oh, good.
Oh,
It's a monster! Hurry, attack it!
How do we explain this? Crap! It heard you shouting for help and
It's faking it. It has to. Do you know what's inside the forest? It's all crawling with mechanical freaks.
waduh.
I
Mechanical freak.
no wonder the acad.
His inarticulate speech and bodily tremors indicate psyche disruption. We've purified the ley line energy over there. Follow this path out and you'll soon see the village. At that point, someone will bring him to
Sudah menunggu sesuatu?
So you think you did a good job and want a part as your...
Waduh.
so hard to understand.
Alright, regardless of what you're thinking, you did some real good this time. That's why I'll give you another mechanical part. Need any... Guess not. Well, make sure to hang on to it. What was going through your own... And also, how do you feel about that person saying that you're as...
Okay, it definitely doesn't understand you.
It seems
Cuman
like it
ngomong
possesses
gemuruh-gemuruh
limited
doang
understanding
masalahnya.
to help others to get parts. It's getting late.
Yuk, kita berkemah dulu.
Hey, over here!
Oh,
Come on, you big lummox, raise your head and look up!
wadah, cepet suara.
Let's set up camp here.
All right,
Kemah di sini,
Oh.
guys.
this place is perfect to put up a big tent. We can also set up a cooking pot and cook tons of delicious food.
You're not wrong, but the primary reason for choosing this place is because its higher elevation keeps us away from... Rainforests are very wet. For the next tasks at hand,
Leave it to Paimon.
I'm not expecting that much.
Tidak berharap besar ya. Para
That's
Paimon.
right. You can use rushes to start a fire. Their piths are relatively dry and can be readily set aflame. The
Traveler, Tainari.
Aduh, nggak bisa nemuin makan
Paimon didn't
apa-apa.
know that Paimon also saw what?
Those were probably dead leaf butterflies. They camouflage as dead leaves to evade predator. My guess is that they mistook you for a bird when you flew over, so they fled. Never mind. The tent's up, so... Oh, you found some already.
Gemuruh-gemuruh.
Understands it this time? It wants mechanical parts again.
Sorry, no part this time.
Waduh.
That task wasn't important enough. If every little thing resulted, I'll note little things like this and give a cumulative reward at a later time.
Betul.
That
Jangan
is
apa-apa
one
dikasih terus. Hanya di saat-saat tertentu saja.
It looks really
After some further thought, it might come up with some weird misunderstanding if I don't give it something. All right, here's another for you. I'm off to prepare dinner. We'll take shift.
We need lookout?
Yes. Even though most animals fled because of the ley lines, we can't complete. It's settled then. I'll have a good night.
Have a good
Not
night.
too good though.
Tenda dan istirahat. Bobo guys.
Getting sleepy. It's been a while since we. This is like.
Pelan-pelan tertidur sambil bergumam.
You're awake earlier than I expected. Did you sleep well? That's good. I was worried that you two wouldn't be able to sleep, so I specially used 2 of my homemade
Waduh.
incenses.
Dipasangin wewangian.
Don't worry. They're made from all natural ingredients. They have a light fragrance and aren't harmful to the body. Speaking of which, have you seen the crab? It was scampering around over there just now, but I don't know where it went. So you can tell. My suspicion is less towards the crab and more directed to its unrevealed owner. A ley line effluence of this magnitude occurred without any warning. So, until we fully understand the situation, take extra caution. The academia has banned topics related to mechanical life forms were popular in the Spontama for a time. Some of my juniors, they proposed an intriguing idea. However, no matter in their pursuit to discover the differences, but the irony is that the researchers, that's a I'm interested in the topic of mechanical life, but I don't like the researchers' attitudes. It's just my personal opinion. My
Menguasai
ancestors
alam.
and the Valuka Shuna of the desert coexisted together and supported one another. The bloodline. So to me, all life is important.
Iya dong.
To understand life,
Betul.
life is not an
Semua
expendable
kehidupan itu
commodity,
penting, guys.
and knowledge should not be by placing yourself above other life forms. Really?
Gua datang lagi.
Coffee? Did you prepare this for us? All right. Seeing that you're working so hard to help, you're not planning on using it. Many of your own parts are critically degraded, and you're running low on power. All right. Suit yourself. The night watch is yours. Stay safe.
Oke. Aku akan berjaga-jaga. Udah siang lagi aja.
Sorry. Paimon slept through the entire night. Really? You're not mad?
Enggak,
Don't worry.
Paimon kan
Good morning, traveler and Paimon.
begitu.
Quick question. Do you feel off at all? Me too. The farther in we go, the closer we get to the source.
Is there something we can do?
Extinguish our fire so we don't set the entire forest aflame. Also, retrieve the pest-repelling devices from last night.
Got it.
We'll take care of the fire.
Biar kamu
All
dulu.
right. Let's meet back here later.
Oke. Bereskan alat pengusir serangannya. Oh, bentar sebelum itu. Main dulu, guys.
Every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
Kan. Oke. Baiknya. Mana alat? Oh, jauhan. Alat pengusir nyamuk. Di mana alat pengusir nyamuk? Ini kah? Oh. Katanya wangi-wanginya.
All right, it's about time to head out. As we go further in, we may encounter more berserk machines.
Tersetuju. Oke.
The effects of the ley lines will also increase. If you're struggling, it would be wise to avoid conflict. Try to conserve as much energy as possible until we reach the source of the contamination.
Oke, kita menghemat energi sampai dekat daerah kontaminasi. Wih.
As I thought, the closer we get to the contamination source, the more mechanical monsters that appear.
There is no escape. Fire hazard.
Fire hazard. Gather.
Illusion shattered.
Illusion shadow.
Time for
Time
election.
for electro. Tiba-tiba muncul dari belakang.
Stand clear. Shine down.
Oke. Gemuruh gemuruh. Gemuruh gemuruh.
It stopped here.
Ya berhenti di sini.
Upon closer inspection, the plants here are really different. Ley line energies are also stronger here. This may be the place we've been looking for. Ready yourselves. We're going in.
We're going in. Kayak itunya si Ben ya tuh. Salah. Sumber zona kontaminasi. Butuh air. Air. Bentar. Tuh kah? Pokoknya butuh lagi air.
There are still so many places for us to explore.
Oh, is it time for me to join you?
Cuma berharap tidak perlu air. Kalau perlu air sih bingung sih. Bisa aja. Ini ganti party dulu. Ternyata udah ada ini. Lupa. Bisa pakai nari. Kalau begitu aku tidak usah pakai nahida. Yuk. Ini lagi.
Chivalry will never die.
Mulai. Chivalry will never die.
There's a ton of mechanical monsters here. They made this place their lair.
Looks like there's no way to sneak by. Let's take care of them quickly.
Rah. Oh, benar.
Stabilize!
There is no escape.
One with the forest. Ha! Sa!
Oke.
What is this?
Apaan?
Ley line energy is spilling out from here. This device, it's extracting energy from the ley lines without end.
Waduh.
Who in the world would do this without considering the consequences? The ley lines won't be able to repair themselves if their flow is perpetually disrupted like this.
That's terrible! We have to stop it!
Betul.
Let Paimon see. Paimon doesn't see control.
Standing here is equivalent to being directly showered in ley line energy, which may cause irreversible damage to— Take Paimon and get out of here. I'll see if I can find a way to—
Wait! You're also vulnerable to the We're staying! We can't leave you.
Then let's look for it together. If there is no control unit here—
Oh. Robot gemuruh.
You know where it is? Hey! Wait for us!
Bantu. Aduh. Nyangkut dong ini.
What's this? It'll only show up if you step on it?
Be careful and watch your step.
Ah.
Look! Someone's here! Are you the one that's taking the ley line's energy? Turn off that machine now! Why aren't you saying anything? Too ashamed?
His body is cold. It's emaciated, and his eyes are sunken, likely from chronic malnourishment and stress. He collect— Almost forgot about you. Here.
What is it doing?
Ah.
I'm not sure. Judging by this room's layout, this place with the file room will definitely give us some clues.
Kita mencari sebuah petunjuk. BTW bang, maaf ya, nggak bisa diinjak guys.
Wow! It's huge in here!
This place is a natural hiding spot with how hidden it is.
Did you two find anything?
There are a lot of lab notes, but it would take way too long to read through them all.
Tape record?
Yes, the Spontama created a device that visually records experiments and— However, these devices are expensive to make and aren't entirely stable. That's why they are only used in some laboratories and do not see wider usage.
Come on, let's watch it!
Hold on, let me figure out how to play the tape. It goes in there. Ah!
Kakata? Kakata? Seriously, I look away for 1 second and you're gone?
Karkata? Kita otomatis nih. Oh, karkata.
There you are. Look here. This is our new home. I, Abatui, will unleash my talents here and amaze those ancient fossils at the Academia. Oh, you're also quite happy. Kakata, do you know what we're about to do? Yes, I thought not. Listen up, Kakata. I'm going to make a mechanical life form that can be mass-produced. The technology will be unlike anything else that exists. I'll use mechanical organs, and electric currents will course through them like blood. A steel-cast heart that will beat forever, and a brain of myriad components that can think like mine. Inspiration from the ruins and the research that the Academia had banned. I hope everything can start anew from this place. When you can understand our language and live among us, you will no longer be a boring machine, but a truly living being.
Revolution.
It's fine. You will understand. One day, you will understand me.
Karkata is the mechanical crab, right?
Betul, Paimon.
And that researcher named Abatui said he wanted to prove something to the
I remember now. I had a junior researcher named Abatui. He was expelled from the Academia for researching mechanical life forms.
Junior researcher?
Yeah? What's wrong?
Nothing. Paimon was just wondering, Doesn't Abatui look older than...
He is, but academic progression isn't tied to age. I finished my studies a while ago, so subsequent students generally considered me as their senior.
Oh.
Of course, age can be an issue. For a while, people always dragged me into pictures. That
Lanjut guys.
the pipes continue further. Let's head in.
Kemana lagi nih? Aduh, nggak bisa lewat sini.
Look! Paimon found another tape. A date is written on it.
That's quite the time gap. I
Nah,
wonder.
skip.
It's rare that you malfunction because of an operational error. Seems that making coffee is still somewhat difficult for you. Or is there an issue with my set parameters? All right, there you go. Water entered the chela and caused it to short circuit, so it couldn't receive signals from the ganglion. Look at me, talking to you like this. You can't understand me anyway, can you? It's fine. I swapped in some new parts, so you should be all right now. Try moving around. Everything in working order? Be more careful next time. We're tight on money right now, so we don't have a lot of parts or power to spare. I'm glad. Karkata, did you know? Yesterday, I dreamed that you could talk.
Mimpi dia bisa berbicara.
Aren't the bunch at the academia always saying things like, mechanical intelligence is just an extension of statistics? They were blown away when they saw us talking with each other. Too bad it was
Kemajuan
just a dream.
teknologi.
Forget holding a conversation with me. You're so simple that you probably wouldn't even notice if I died. Never mind. I should probably be worrying about next month's power.
After Abatui left the academia, everyone lost contact with him. I thought he was so despondent that he gave up on researching mechanical life forms. Instead, he had holed up here and continued his experiments.
Paimon doesn't feel like he's a bad person.
Kita skip lagi ya sini.
Let's keep looking
kita
around.
skip, kita cepetin bacanya. Oke. Lanjut lagi. Oke guys, yang nonton jangan lupa like-nya, jangan lupa subscribe-nya guys, dan jangan lupa komen juga.
Following the serial numbers, the next recording should be here.
Here.
The writing is sloppy. Perhaps his state of mind had changed. There's also an undated tape in the wrong spot.
Maybe Karkata helped.
It's hard to say.
Kita dengerin lagi.
Sorry, Karkata. I was just thinking about something. Today might become a special day.
Hari spesial.
In my recent experiments, I successfully gave you a living being's instincts. When you're low on power, or if one of your parts is damaged, you will prioritize your survival command and proactively recharge or replace your parts. That is a very dangerous thing. And today, I did something even more dangerous. I've officially activated the 3rd generation ley line extractor. The ley lines will serve as our power source from now on. Conducting research on mechanical life forms requires a large amount of power. Even if I scrimped and saved, the more I have wouldn't last for long. I'm also getting tired, Karkata. I don't know what's driving me to continue with this research anymore. They say that even if it simulates the operation of a living creature's organs, a machine is still an ice-cold tool. I want to prove them wrong. I want to turn you into a living, breathing, and talking being. I'm not talking about anything cheerful, Karkata. Modules for language, emotion, and movement. I've been working my absolute hardest to augment and refine your functionalities, but I've never seen an effective response. You are my finest success, but even you can't understand me. All you can do is execute limited responses based on preset commands or keywords. Karkata, I wish you could speak to me, even just once.
D.
Yes, you cannot understand me, so you cannot answer me either. It is what it is. In a few days, I'll sell the failed ley line extractor for some more and continue my experiments. Life goes on, and I have to as well. I don't have any other choice. This is new. If I place another 2 control modules here to simulate the brain's thalamus... of course my heart decides to act up now. Why did I cut medication from our expenses? Karkata, come help me.
Ya, si katanya nggak ngerti.
Strange. I feel weak. Oh no, I have to shut down the extractor. Shut it off. If we let them recharge indefinitely, they'll go out of control.
Masalahnya tidak ngerti katanya kan. Cuma bisa gemuruh-gemuruh.
I never input a command to shut down the extractor, so you don't understand what I'm saying. In the end, it's just like the academia said. Mechanical life forms only bring danger. My research... Was there any point to it at all? I'm sorry, Karkata. In the end, I still wasn't able to turn you into a true mechanical life.
Ada. Sedih.
I see.
Sudah
So
berjuang
the ley
tapi
line
tidak bisa
effluence was an
berhasil.
accident. After Abatui's unexpected death, the mechanical monsters...
Paimon understands. Then why...
Because Karkata is different from the other machines. Structures similar to living organisms, the ability to cry and laugh, and capacity for independent thought. To Abatui, perhaps only by building such a machine could he have the academia acknowledge. But if he had slowed down and saw Karkata as a friend instead of an experimental product, he would have noticed. Karkata can't speak. And yet it cares about Abatui far more than it does about itself.
What does that mean?
You'll see in a bit. But before that, first, let's find the control unit.
Kita matikan dulu guys. Ah, ini kah? Oh, start. Ini kah? Wih. Ah, ini kah? Aduh, tiba-tiba jatuh.
More of this transparent flooring. It feels like a maze.
Jalan tidak terlihat. Nah, apaan tuh? Oh, bukan, saya pikir kita harus jalan. Jatuh dong. Jatuh dong. Aduh. Salah pencet segala. Nah. Terus ini kemana?
Below us is the final room. The control unit is likely in there.
The way ends here. Wanna try jumping down?
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Shine down.
Rah.
Solidify.
di depan. Tuh satu
Time to act.
lagi. Kayak nggak kena ya.
Illusion shattered.
Singkat. Wah.
Gather.
Together.
No, my soul.
Nah,
Rain outlines your fate. Rain cutter. Shine down. Torn to oblivion.
Oblivion.
There is no escape.
Can't see? I'll uproot you.
Oh, pukul ku tahu. Ada lagi kah? Oke, beres.
This should be the control unit.
Control.
Once we turn it off, the ley line extractor should also
Oke.
without an external force
Guys,
damaging
jangan
the ley
nonton,
lines,
jangan
they should start
lupa
to slowly repair
Di
themselves.
like juga ini live streamingnya. Jangan lupa juga subscribe guys yang belum subscribe. Dan jangan lupa komen guys.
Oh, but I bet you two are more worried about Karkata.
Kata. Oh, ke atas lagi ya. Ada chest lagi tuh. Aduh, jatuh. Kata. Udah salah. Nyangkut mulu. Kata. Ya begitu kata. Nggak begitu ya ampun. Karkata. Dia itu bukan robot.
So, Karkata has been collecting parts because it thinks doing so will fix its owner?
Karkata is unable to understand the concept of death. However, it probably remembers when Abatui replaced its parts when it malfunctioned, and how that restored it to an... It's true that Karkata isn't able to think or understand many topics, but it...
So that's why it kept stealing mechanical parts.
Yes, but the important thing is that it formed the thought of wanting to repair Abatui. No one
Abatui.
knows how this thought came to be, but it has even suppressed the instincts that Abatui had installed. If it really is as we've predicted, this research...
Karkata, can you hear Paimon? Tainari says you're up.
It reached its limit. It hasn't recharged this entire time, nor has it replaced its severely damaged parts. It's a miracle that it managed to hang on for so long. I'm going to confirm that the ley line extractor has shut down. Let them be alone for a while.
Sedih guys. Karkata. Karkata. Aduh, nyangkut lagi. Ya. Ini lagi. Hari-hari nyangkut.
The ley line extractor has ceased operations. Traces of ley line energy are still in the atmosphere, but the effluence's source has been stopped. Moving on, those affected by the ley lines need, according to the academia's policies, research materials related to...
What the heck?
You two should return first. Although we've stopped the source of the effluence, the ley line energy in the air exceeds... Listen, the Traveler hasn't rest. Also, it'll take some tell the Adventurers Guild that the incident...
Gitu kah?
Oh, and don't talk about Abatui. The fewer that know about mechanical life form research, the better.
Alright. Then...
Cari Catherine, guys. Apa nih? Space sudah tidak ada lagi kan? Kita keluar. Akan melanjutkan story lagi. Oke, kita lanjut. Lanjut quest arkannya. Halo.
Traveler?
Hai
It is
Paisia.
It's Hypatia!
Lama tidak berjumpa.
What a pleasant surprise!
Who's this?
She's a scholar we met in the Avidia Forest. When we last saw each other, she was still training in the...
Oh, I see.
That's right, we're old friends. You've come at just the right time. Ever since I've come here,
Hypatia, you're way too excited. Wait, no. Did you already finish your training and reach Pariporna life?
what do you think? My consciousness has already managed to make
Waduh.
You did it! Congratulations!
It's so exhilarating to share when my consciousness made contact with the gods. What a
Pengalaman yang luar
supreme and
biasa.
unparalleled experience.
That sounds incredible!
Oh, all right. Actually, remember? I promised to help you understand what you saw from Irminsul once. My current self has not only gained true insight.
You can do that?
I've never heard of anything like that, but if you want to give it a try...
Hold on. I brought some spirit borneo. All
Pakai
right.
lupa lagi.
Hold my hand.
Okay.
Oke.
Ready?
Siap.
It took 3 betrayals for me to finally understand. The world is just an elaborate tapestry of lies.
Ah,
My fury will never be quelled. The first to betray me was a god. My creator. My mother. Valuing strength above all, she saw no worth in me and I was discarded. The second was a human. My family. My friend. Consumed by fear, he saw me as an abomination. The third was one exactly like me. A hope for the future. A fledgling barely out of the nest. Powerless before his mortality, he broke his promise to me. Humans, they can't be trusted. and the gods fill me with pure loathing. So I said good riddance. I denounce the world and laugh in its face. My chest will never again be defiled by worldly filth. I will scrub away every last trace of human emotion. Then it will be empty, a blank slate, and ready to receive a supreme gnosis, brimming with pure divinity. There is no need to fear. The pain will be brief. Your era is coming to an end.
Waduh. Scaramouche. Ganti jadi namanya dia apa tuh, Prak?
Did we actually just see the Balladier's memories?
Ah, Baladier.
Everything matches what we know about him. But how is he connected to the divine consciousness that Hypatia was talking about?
You saw it, right? You felt it, right? Such a majestic Alas, shame. If only that which beats...
Do you understand now? I'm afraid this is no Periporno life, but rather...
You! Why are you so mean to me? Why is everyone... I found divine wisdom.
Hypatia?
That's how I always thought everything should be. Wait. Have I... already lost my mind?
Yes.
Wait, something isn't...
Tidak beres. We are under attack. Anjir. Kenapa nih? Terlalu banyak yang terjadi.
Okay, we finally lost him. Are you okay, Nahida?
Oh, the traveler's back?
Nahida was controlling your body for a while. It seemed like she jumped over to you as an emergency measure right before... After that, Tainari heard the commotion and came over. He helped us defeat the mercenaries and then he ran with us all the way here. What? You swapped places? Wait, then where is Nahida's
I never imagined that an individual's consciousness could be transferred around like this. Had I not seen it with my own... Also, while we were running, the doctor has found a way to trap my consciousness. So I can't journey with you anymore. But even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies.
Oh no! Was that message all she left for us? It's pretty vague. Oh, that makes sense. Even in a moonless night, huh? Paimon, didn't Nahida use a starlight analogy before? It had something to do with Sataria. lot of sense. But she isn't with us anymore.
Paimon, you said Sanctuary of Surasthana. Does this mean that this Nahida you're talking about, the consciousness who was occupied...
Your guess is correct, but
That's all right. A scholar's curiosity doesn't need to be appeased. I've spent some time with you, and it looks like the Dendro Archon's also on your side, so...
Thank you, Tainari. Oh, actually, we came here to...
Ah, that. While I was indeed invited to join them, all I know is that that project has something to do with the restoration of Irminsul.
Huh? Did you see something when you were in the... What?
Do you have any evidence? So
Tainari, did you leave the Avidia Forest because of Hypatia?
I did. I noticed Hypatia's mental anomalies, but since her symptoms were rather atypical, I secretly took... If I didn't take action, now that you mention it, I knew the Academia has never thought particularly highly of Lesser Lord Kus, but I still didn't expect them to do something as arrogant as creating a new... The Doctor and the Balladeer. From your description, I don't think they've completed their project, but then... What is the connection?
Yeah, it feels like we're still nowhere close to figuring out the Sage's goals. Right, we've pretty much got...
I'll stay here for now. I still... If you're planning to go into the desert,
Harapan ribet
come
dan
find me
jalan.
here if there's anything else I can...
Thanks, Tainari. Hope...
Kasih Nari. Quest Archon chapter 3 bagian 3. Oke. Kita lanjut. Oh, ini yang baru lagi ya berarti. Harapan
We finally made it to Caravan Rebat. It's pretty... So, just past... Oh, wow. Paimon remembers hearing people call this the Wall of Samiel. It's made to block sandstorms from the outside. Oh, if it's this tall...
mengagumkan.
Enough gawking. Come on, follow me.
Wah, bersama Al-Haytham.
Over here.
Oke. Mari kita ikuti
Oh,
Al-Haytham.
wait. Let's hurry up and follow him. Wonder what he's up to.
Al-Haytham.
What the? Where did she go?
Kita otomatisin dulu, guys.
How did we lose them? They were just here a second ago.
More Aramite mercenaries? Who are they working for this time? Anyway, Traveler, it seems like we were being followed again.
You were too careless. You should have noticed those hopeless amateurs trailing you a long time ago.
Mercenary. Terima kasih Al-Haytham.
There's no need to thank me. I've never cared to keep track of personal favors. All I did was correct a mistake I happened to come across. It's a habit I developed at the Academia.
You really gave Paimon a scare, Al-Haytham. We never thought we'd run into you here.
Okay.
Last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't you say you were going back to the academia?
Oh, so you've already landed yourselves on the Academia's hit list. However, had I wished to turn you over to the Academia,
Oh, right. You do have a point.
I have no interest. And these days, you're more... not quite. To tell you the truth, I'm still investigating the everyone says the capsule originated, which brings me back to you. And why the leader of Ainul Ahmar used the divine knowledge capsule right in front of you. And upon seeing him, your expression became... To have that kind of reaction, I think you must have...
Al-Haytham, you really have a ridiculous eye for detail. What kind of person?
So that's your answer. But that does prove you do have some undisclosed information about the divine knowledge capsule. No matter.
That's right. We have the same plan as you. But
Then I'd suggest starting with Aru Village.
Boleh.
It's the...
it's always better to travel with someone you know. Like
Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few
I'm
references.
back ke sebentar guys. Sebentar, sebentar. Oke. Kemana ini? Jauh nggak? 360 meter, lumayan lah. Buat teleport.
Before us lies Aru Village.
whoa.
Please anjay. Oh enggak. Wow.
Sign.
Sign.
Unless my memory fails me, we have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the Academia. Would you care to enlighten me as to when and how I invited the General Mahamatra's wrath?
Oh, Haytham. Do not think you can escape my judgment, just because you managed to escape my attack.
Judgment? So that's how you'd characterize your actions here, is it?
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me. Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist. Standard practice for the Matra as well.
Seemed to me more like your own personal touch.
Kayak pribadimu saja.
Yes. General Mahamatra Sino, head of all the Matra at the Academia. He's a formidable hunter, and the ultimate nightmare for any who have committed academic crime.
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Al-Haytham, to the point of blocking an attack for him. If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him. I have been pursuing this scribe for a long time. I urge you, stand back and do...
Has Al-Haytham done something wrong?
I won't waste my breath explaining things. Haytham, I saw it during our... Take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person. Unless you...
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes a Matra's senses.
Wait, the divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormos?
No wonder you speak with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit, I'm very curious. What does and why, as General Mahamatra of the Academia, are you... As far as I'm aware, the other Matra have been speculating about your disappearance. Have you been given a mission that's, let's say, morally dubious? If I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and resources to judge me within the walls of the Academia?
Stop
I
it.
should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
You two? Ugh. What you would do, Traveler?
Well, look at you two, acting all tough and
There,
self-righteous over there.
Wait, Dia?
Dia?
Great! Finally, someone that we can... You gotta help us out here.
Yeah, sure looks that way. Two giants from the Academia duking it out once and for all. Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality but how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of Aru? It seems like someone's gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls. Hey, did either of you hear a word?
Whoa, what's going on? The wind's so
Tiba-tiba ada badai.
Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently? Hey! All of you, over here, quickly! We have...
Someone's calling for us! Oh,
That sounded like Candace.
Candace.
Come on, you two. Jeez.
All right, stop yelling.
Hari-hari diteriakin. Diam-diaman semua.
This is pretty awkward.
Chat kagok nggak tuh?
Hey, wanna play sardines with three people who wanna tear each other limb from limb? The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room, and please, let me introduce myself.
Our savior has come. Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's
Terima kasih banyak.
Wow, she's so gentle and caring, like a nice older sister.
All right. Now that we're all better acquainted, as a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect
Matanya
my fellow
bagus, Bis.
villagers from harm, and now that
Beda-beda.
you've set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility to make absolutely sure that you pose no threat. So please, have an honest and sincere... If anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time.
Oh, on sec...
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia. Do I make myself...
All right.
That's what I like to hear.
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now.
Wait, that was you trying to be a...
I have nothing to hide. So there's no shame in explaining. While Haytham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally... Rather, I've chosen to exile myself.
Ada mengasingkan diri.
A little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. What little they... As General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit. However, to my surprise, the person responsible for the erroneous data was not... I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request. But I began to realize that Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request as soon as the submission reached it. The power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the sages.
So they really are up to no good.
I realized then
Cara
that's the
buruk.
vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold. They are meaningless to the academia. I believed it would be wise to flee the academia before the sages had a chance to take action again. I will never give up on this investigation.
Sino seems to have the same goal
Itu
as
yang
us.
kita.
Investigating the press now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra, he somehow feels a lot less scary. Well,
Yeah.
Sino,
Well-
if that's your story, then
When I was investigating the matter in the academia, I overheard a conversation between Alhaitham and a sage. The sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler.
what?
Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicious behavior with a
Yes. I was indeed tasked with investigating the traveler.
Alhaitham.
After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me, once you've completed this assignment, I can give you a glimpse of divine knowledge.
A most enticing offer.
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at all. Their words contained one key piece of information, namely that divine knowledge indeed exists. That gave me all I need. From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. So, I began my own investigation following the lead of the divine knowledge camps. Had I been less guarded, I probably would have ended up like that Ain al-Ahmar mercenary, incapable of remaining sane.
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those capsules that drive people insane?
I'd already given up on the assignment by then. I only told the academia I was waiting in Port Ormos for you to appear, so it came as quite a surprise when I encountered my erstwhile target.
Criminals do love to talk about coincidence.
Even though I ran into the traveler by chance, I had
Ada
no intention of
kebetulan.
providing us. You were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after.
That's true. Alhaitham helped us out.
I'm willing to apologize. I took the divine knowledge capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant risk. After all,
You should be well aware, Scribe Alhaitham. Now, answer me this. Did the sages share any information?
have I not made myself clear? You and I are both distrusted by the academia.
Fine. Although you haven't completely...
As you wish.
Silakan saja.
Good. I'm glad to see you two. And now you, Dia. I believe it's your.
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about must have been so... My situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Junior, I had nothing going on, so I just... But then I saw these two random guys in the middle of a pointless argument. You take me...
Is that all? Well, I will admit that definitely.
That's more like it. I missed you all so much, Candy.
Whoa! What was
Suara apa
that?
tuh?
No need to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats, please make yourselves at home.
Creatures? In this...
Fighting in a sandstorm is not for the faint-hearted. Anyone with
Yeah, just leave them to Candace. Don't worry, she's as tough as they come.
Begitu kah?
The winds died down. That Candace still isn't back yet.
When you put it that way, even I'm starting to feel a little worried.
Oke. Mana? Oh ini jalan keluarnya. Halo. Halo, desa baru. Keluar rumah. Ada quest dunianya aja langsung. Dulu mau ngerjain. Wah, ini ternyata.
Oh, Candace, you're still fighting?
Yes. They just keep coming in waves. I've lost count of how many I've defeated. For I...
Here comes another wave!
Leave this round up.
It's been quite a while since I've seen.
I'll be sure to put on a good show.
Apakah
Let's
bisa
go.
memakai deh ya? Tidak. Belum keluar bannernya pun.
Solidify.
Solidify. Aduh, nggak kena lagi. Ah, listrik dong. Aduh, yang ini lagi. I will have order.
Stabilize.
Nah, ini baru pakai ini. Pakai shogun. Beres kah? Oh, belum. Oke.
The creature stopped appearing. Was that the last of them?
Sudah tahu.
What we fought just now was probably the aftermath of the sandstorm.
Well fought, everyone.
Siapa
No
ini?
injuries, I hope.
Huh? Who are you?
Ah, my apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you yet. I had my hands
Ah,
full
kepala
taking
desa
care
ini
of the-
kayaknya
I
nih.
am the chief of Aru
Nah,
village.
kan? Kepala desa.
Uncle Anpu.
Maaf ya, sudah
Sir,
merepotkan.
I am also originally from the desert, but I have not been back for some time now.
I can't say they've always been common. Besides sandstorms, we all...
So, Irminsul's withering causes
Everything in the natural world is inextricably connected to Irminsul.
Everyone in Aru village needs to take good care. Speaking of which, why haven't I?
Village Keeper?
Does your curiosity know no bounds? Village Keeper is how Aru village refers to mad scholars, exiled here by most of them are scholars who lost their sanity. The academia believes that their crazed mutterings may have a negative effect on the psyches of other scholars.
Hypatia.
Alas, that's exact. But no one in the village has...
I've had encounters with those people in the...
The Matra are the ones responsible for their exile.
Mock me if you will, but if you are guilty, I will eliminate you, regardless of my position or identity.
Oh, you're the former General Mahamatra. You must be an expert in these kinds of
Is it because you're reminded of Hypatia? But, is it really a good idea to tag along with Sino? You seem like you really don't...
I'll be grateful for the assistance. No doubt you will do a better job than some of my former subordinates. Let's start by finding a spot to share what we know.
Lebih daripada mantan rekannya. Waduh. Kasihan tuh rekannya. Tidak terlalu membantu berarti menurut dia. Ini gunungannya bisa curiga. Halo bocil, ada bocil guys.
Although I've sent myself into exile, I'm still doing essentially the same. Do you still have any questions for me? One of my former subordinates told me that the academia has long when mad scholars first arrived. Initially, the Aru village was struck by the strongest earthquake in living memory. Suddenly, he noticed a mad scholar crouching in a corner, caressing the ground with his hand despite the powerful tremors that ripped through the ground that night. All the houses remained upright. After that, the people of Aru village treated...
The soft green light? A mad scholar protecting Aru village? What do you make? Paimon thinks so too. Actually,
In theory, they would continue wearing them so the academia...
Oh, no wonder! Everything makes sense
If you are able to draw a conclusion from this one story alone, then it appears you possess much more information than I do. So, what do you make of the story? Really?
What? You don't believe us?
No, it's not so much that I don't believe you. Lesser Lord Kusanali, the current Dendro Archon. Is she really? The Academia has always placed far greater importance on the late Greater Lord Rukadevata. They've more or less ignored Lesser... In addition...
No way! Nahida definitely exists! She's a... How should Paimon put it? She's a good Archon.
I've spent many years interrogating criminals. So
Good. Then you should know that we're telling the...
that look in your eyes. How can this be? To think. Our Archon has...
Alright, now it's our turn to put our skills to good use, but easier said than done.
Excuse me, are you here to help?
Huh?
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
My
Batu
name is
apa, Dek?
Isak.
Isak.
Is your grandpa a mad scholar?
Hey, don't say that. Grandpa is just Grandpa.
The person you're referring to is not a local. Yet you are.
Grandpa is just Grandpa. I heard
Kakek
everything
tetaplah
you said to the
kakek.
village chief.
Ah, so you're the one who is... I was planning to go out.
Whoa. Haven wasn't kidding about Matra having sharp senses.
Sorry, I was only listening.
All right.
Bantu bocil. Apa yang bocil ini inginkan? Mari kita lihat. Bicara dengan Candace. Oh, ada Candace. Candace. Candace.
Sino is super...
Ah, you're back already.
You're back already.
We just wanted to confirm something with you. Do you know a boy by the name of Isak?
Isak.
I had a feeling he'd go looking for you.
Huh? You knew this would happen?
Yes. Although he tried his best to stay hidden, Isak's parents were both Aramite mercenaries. Unfortunately, it was later. And however, the scholar was unkempt in appearance and incoherent. One summer night, the oft mumbling and so Grandpa walked up to Isak and patted him on the head. The next morning, Isak woke up and wanted to go. It's said that those who saw the scholar claimed he no longer appeared. Isak was thrilled that his grandpa was able to find peace. And
All this somehow just makes Paimon feel...
perhaps
Mungkin.
nearly everyone who lives in the desert has some. It's also my reason for fighting.
Maybe the people have always had a considerate god watching over them.
Huh? What?
No, nothing. As long as Isak keeps his...
Perhaps you are more compassionate.
Lebih manusiawi.
Hey, Isak!
Oh, it's you guys.
We've cleared everything up.
Ayo kita cari kakekmu. Yeah.
All right.
Quest selesai. Penjaga desa yang hilang. Oke.
Excuse me, did you happen to see what...
You mean the village keepers?
Ah.
I was eating dinner the other day. Anything else?
Tanya-tanya orang. Tani. Namanya bagus banget.
The scholars that have gone missing.
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real...
Don't change the subject.
Right. You were asking about the... I mean...
Ya ampun, Shani.
I think it's... But honestly,
Do you also think Grandpa and the others are good?
Grandpa? Oh, hello there. It's little Isak.
Little Isak.
He was actually the one who protected my house. I saw it with my own eyes. He happened to be staying near my house that day. It still feels pretty surreal now that I think back on. Well, whatever the case, I'll always be thankful to him and whoever taught him to look at.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Terima kasih, sama-sama. Mana lagi? Oh, dia muter-muter. Ini siapa? Jabari.
Sir, have you seen my grandpa?
Sir?
Oh, well, if it isn't Isak. The last time I saw him, he was pacing. And speaking of my...
Oh, thank you.
It was nothing. Hey, you're looking...
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's no good. Well, I've known you since you were very...
Wow, what a
Hebat
nice
sekali.
Thank you.
Huh? Don't say anything for now. Let's head over there.
Bisik. Panjang, kayaknya panjang deh ini story.
Listen, see if you can make out what they're saying.
Have you heard? The mighty King Deshret, the sovereign of our faith, will soon return to this world.
Waduh,
Yes,
Raja
of
Deshret.
course I have. King Deshret is the one and only true ruler. Still, you say he's coming back, but it sure doesn't feel like life's...
Haven't you noticed? The village has been getting more deranged scholars than ever. Delavar was saying that many people also went insane just before the fall of King Deshret's civilization in ancient time. Isn't it a sign of King Deshret's power that all the mad scholars have disappeared? If you ask me, they must have been chosen as the final...
Now that you say it...
Exactly. Those city...
Now, repeat everything you've just said from the very beginning.
Huh?
Huh?
Who are you?
My patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
Waduh, langsung ngeluarin senjata.
Yeah. Bro,
Bro.
this guy's something else. Just look at his eyes.
Let's not get on his bad side, okay? I'm...
Okay, good sir. What is it you would like to know?
Tell me about King
Deshret.
Deshret's resurrection.
Well,
Kebangkitan
I
Raja
only know a
Deshret.
few things from hearsay. I went for a drink the other day and heard others talking about a rumor that the madmen will disappear and that King Deshret will return to this...
Ya kah?
Hey, it's true. It's all true, sir. Would you want to live like this if you were in our place? The radicals Delavar also said that once King
Is that so?
So,
Seems like he still wants to know more.
Got it. At first, I told myself it was just the drink talking, but then all the mad scholars vanished without a trace, just as the rumors said.
apa tuh?
Please don't beat me up just for mentioning these rumors.
The people here really like King Deshret, but dislike the Dendro.
Where is this radical person you talk?
I haven't run into him over the past few days.
Siapa?
No, not at all.
Sounds like you're not too close with the radicals.
No, of course not.
I have
Siapa
many
namanya?
ways to stop you from talking. And many... So you'd best just stay home and hope I don't hear of you trying to... Don't do anything until I've gotten to the bottom of that.
Yes, got it.
Disuruh diam di rumah.
Sino is pretty terrified. He didn't try to reassure us at all. It's like he's used...
I heard that.
Sorry.
It's part of being a Matra. The rumor we heard just now seems like a strong lead. But we need to check a few more places. Very well.
Isak.
Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I can take you there. Just...
Ayo kita ke rumah kakek Isak.
Join the Aramites and embrace a wonderful new life.
Jadi Isak. Ayo dek, mana dek?
He likes to be alone. Sometimes he stares at the sky in a daze, and other times he just pokes at the ground with his fingers. Every now and then, he yells out at the top of his lungs, so a lot of people are really scared of him. But he's a good person, really. I know he is. I swear, he's just like my real grandpa.
Kok jalannya si Isak itu ketika di pasir kayak panjang banget. Kayak bukan jalan, kayak diseret.
This is where Grandpa usually... There sure isn't much here.
Aroma ini.
No.
Incense?
Dan aromanya sama.
But are you okay?
There's a scent that you can sense.
A certain traveler?
So,
Huh? You know him too? Are you...
yes. Now that I can't...
Wait, surely Tainari didn't...
No. No need. Did you first encounter this scent at time in the forest? From a scholar.
Kita berpencar, guys. Cepet. Beli tenda. Kok tenda lagi? Barang-barang. Tidak ada. Putar sini, putar sana. Mana, guys? Ini kah? Tiba di area quest. Ini. Cara dengan Saino. Oh, ternyata biarin si Sainonya yang nyari.
What are you looking for?
Here it is.
Jejak.
Take a look right here. Although the traces have been completely buried in the sand from the size and shape, they belong. The scent is quite faint, but still extant.
But who would come looking for Grandpa?
We'd have to ask whoever lured him away with the
Mencek
incense.
keberadaan begitu.
So you can lure someone away with just a scent? Hey, what's wrong with liking good food? Everyone.
Exactly. Most scholars are fond of incense, even deep within the clutches of madness.
No.
Tidak,
Someone's
kakek.
taking advantage of their weakness? Are the rumors really true?
Begitu saat ini.
Parents of all the...
It's highly likely.
Please, you have to save my grandpa.
Iya, Isak iya.
Like we'd better help get him.
Let's head to Aru village and
Kembali ke village-nya. Berapa meter? 200. Ada jalan cepat? Oh, ada. Teleport ya, guys ya. Supaya cepat.
Right.
We're back, Candace. We've got a lot to tell you.
Welcome back.
Sounds like everyone's friend.
Oh, Dia's here too.
You bet. So,
Semuanya lancar lumayan.
I'll hate them.
We haven't seen him at all.
Huh. I saw him around the village entrance earlier and figured he was.
Did you find out anything useful?
Bercerita.
I see.
Rumah dupa untuk para peneliti.
The resurrection of King Deshret? First I've heard of it. Far as I know, the kind of incense you just mentioned is only popular beyond the wall.
Ayo,
Scholars are fond of it,
nguping.
but as you get, not to mention making incense is it seems someone from beyond the wall.
Makes sense.
So what should we do then?
If it was any other day, that would be. Didn't you say that the villager got his news from the tavern? Well, I also like to drink at the tavern, so I know a thing or two about these radicals he mentioned.
If Paimon remembers correctly.
Yeah. Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, Enger, the wide-eyed butcher, and
Di mana ya?
these guys have one thing in common, and that's being broke. The rougher life gets, the more they want to believe in King Deshret. Way they see it, King Deshret's resurrection is their own.
Wait.
Throwing all of Sumeru into chaos is the only way to change the way
Hilang
of
tuh.
life here in the depths.
Tia, you're amazing. You really know this place in.
No merc can afford to slack off on gathering intelligence.
Let's head out.
Now hold on, your state.
What?
Aru village is not a big place. Outsiders stand out here like a sore thumb. The desert is unforgiving. Compared to you, mercs like me are just third-rate amateurs. I've got no actual fighting skills to. I need to go around and ask some questions. Good. Then we've got a plan. The Traveler and Paimon will go to Caravan Rebot with me.
Alright, sounds like a plan.
Nguping ini, ada tukang nguping, guys. Jauh kah? 100 meter di atas. Oh, karavan tibat lah. Wah.
Well, here we are again.
Sounds like you're starting to get familiar with the area.
Paimon's amazed every time.
I know what you mean. I had the same question every time I walked this way when I was a kid. Also, why is this high wall here? And can a wall really block sandstorms? It was only after I grew up that I realized the wall of Samiel isn't just there to keep out the sandstorms. It serves a more important purpose. Sumeru is run by wise and mighty sages. To them, us desert dwellers are nothing but tools that can be used. We're cheap labor, like livestock, but even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. The academia believes we're underserving. Geniuses like Sataria are 1 in a million. The other children never get a single chance to
That's terrible.
I would tear down this wall with my own hands if I could.
Hey, Dia.
No, not at all. This place just... Besides, we're here to procure...
Yep, we gotta catch those.
Shh.
Woi.
Caravan Rebot is crawling with people, so be careful what you say. We don't want our mission started the
Sudah
moment
ketahuan.
we
Tadi kan
Let's
ada
go
yang
check out the tower. Maybe we'll find
apa namanya? Berapa lagi ya? Menguping. Nah, menguping, guys. Caravan Rebot.
Just our luck.
You mean you don't see anyone?
Dia, is that you? What a coincidence. You're here for a...
Zaki.
Finally.
Oh, and who do you have with you here? Guests from another land?
Halo, senang bersama dengan.
Hello, I'm Zaki. Dia's,
We've had drinks together a few times. Anyway, as far as my friends here, they aren't too shabby, are they? You rarely see any Outlanders so friendly and respectful.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Much better than those people on the other side of the wall. So, Dia.
Yeah. Have you seen Edgar, Delavar, or Jabari recently?
Of course I have. Matter of fact, we were all here.
I've got a spice trading deal from another nation. I thought maybe...
Ah, how thoughtful of you. Then I assume you also know that Delavar's been having a hard time making ends.
Hey, keep it down. Let's
Ah,
just say I
bisnis
prefer to
rahasia,
keep
cuy.
this deal a secret.
Yes, how considerate of you. Delavar's my friend.
Ayo. Dia. Zaki, di mana kamu Zaki? Ah, di mana tuh? Oh, cewek berlari. Ya masih, potong aja. Tembok besar. Gede sih tembok besar. Oh, udah nyampe? Dash.
Are we there yet?
Ah, ini mah perangkap.
Yep,
This place is practically deserted. What are they doing in a place like this?
Perangkap kan?
Why don't you take a guess? Go on.
Begitu
What's this all
kah?
about, Zaki?
Come on, Dia. You really think we didn't hear about what you said back in Aru village? The boys have kept a close eye on you from the moment you set foot there. Not only do I know that you're looking for Delavar, I also know that you've teamed up with people from the academia to look for the missing scholars.
So, you've been watching us from the very beginning?
Sudah, kan sudah ada yang nguping.
And you left
Ayo.
the strongest one.
So you and Delavar have been part...
Dia, I guess it's only natural for a traveling mercenary like you to be out of the... But you got one thing right.
If that's the case, then I'm sure Delavar...
I'll be honest with you. If it weren't for what you said in the village, your little monologue about the wall of Samia...
Ah, ini dia orang.
Delavar. And Edgar, you're here too, huh?
Long time no see, Miss Mercenary. You should have.
Dia, I thought that you, a fellow desert dweller, would understand.
Yeah, gee, what?
See? There you have it.
You're not wrong. Mercenaries are driven by more.
Enough talking. Get him.
Get it. Bisa kah?
Just as I expected. Let's teach him a lesson, traveler.
Tuh kah? Saya tentara bayaran. Solidify. Nah, ini dulu deh. Ini si Bambangnya dulu deh. Ayo, ini dulu kuahnya mati. Udah habis lagi ternyata. Aduh, kebakar semua. Belum duluan ternyata. Shine down. Nah, beres kan?
Impossible. How could you?
Bagaimana mungkin ya? Iya kan aku MC.
What do you think about your meticulous network now, Zaki? How did you say? I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm just an incompetent merc. And of course you would believe everything.
Masih ada pilnya Zhongli dong.
The only thing you know about me is that I'm a mercenary. Even though you heard that so-called flame main is just... That's what you thought. And you were stupid enough to fall for it. I figured as much the first time we drank together. You all.
Dadah.
Okay.
Whoa! So you've been planning this since we were in Aru Village?
No task can be done without preparation. I just happened to notice a
couple.
Oh, but instead of...
Those two who were snooping around were just a couple small fries. If we want...
Oh! You mean the funny names she mentioned?
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Edgar and Delavar like to talk themselves. Alcohol has a way of making people...
Alcohol.
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find Delavar first, and then try to track him down. That's what you wanted to ask when we were at Uncle Anpu's house, right?
Wait, so he's a radical
No, he isn't. I just needed to tack on a random villager name to make the eavesdropper think that I was making some wild guesses based on...
Wow!
You're too kind.
So, about how mercenaries...
Does that bother you?
Yeah.
What makes you so sure?
Okay, karena chicken.
Dia, do you dislike the Dendro Archon like the...
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon. I've heard a lot of nice things about the Lesser Lord from Dunyarzad. I can understand her devotion and gratitude. Dunyarzad's just an ordinary person. There's no way a god would be so involved in the lives of everyday people, unless I've begun to realize that the sages, but I see through it all. And unlike them, I can never be hostile towards any... Anyway, looks like we're done with business here.
Oke, udah selesai di sini. Kita lanjut. Langsung balik lagi ke
This
sini.
should be all of them. All right. Candace will be okay on her own. She's been guarding Aru Village for quite some time now.
While I'm questioning them, why don't you pass some time by...
I'll meet you back here tomorrow morning, traveler.
Besok pagi, siap. Oke.
As for these idiots, let's just hope they live.
Just these idiots. Tunggu sampai jam 6 pagi. Oke. Kita langsung di sini saja. Stop jam 6 pagi. Oke. Oke, beres.
Hey, Dia.
Kami datang.
Right on time. Well, no.
Paimon's been wondering. You seem to know Candace.
We've known each other for some time now. She's a pretty and...
Oh, Paimon knows what you mean. Like a lot of
Yep, I guess you can put it that way. Us mercs, on the other hand,
Well, Paimon thinks you're
Really? Thanks for that.
Sama-sama.
Oh,
I know.
Yes, I was here yesterday to help out a little.
To help out?
Pain mama.
What?
Sharing some interrogation techniques.
What?
Oh, you mean...
Right.
Come on in, everyone.
Silakan, Mas.
Come on, let's go inside.
Masuk. Aduh.
Candace, where...
What?
Whoa, you look furious.
Do I?
Furious.
Oh, there's no mask that can hide true bloodlust. Cover up your eyes, and
Perhaps I need to work on my composure. Still, it's perfectly understandable why I'm angry.
Yes, ma'am. Please, don't beat us anymore.
Well, looks like Sino taught her well.
You fear death yourselves, yet you do not hesitate to place the lives of others at risk. The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the village keepers. They are vital members of our community, and some even count them. You come here to my village, and you treat my people as nothing more than stepping stones towards your goal.
Mercy! You've made your bed.
We may both be desert
Mercy.
The people of Aru village care. A war would only cause us to lose all that we have.
We understand. I'll tell you everything I know, please.
I'm listening.
Aduh, udah kepala desanya MC sekali.
It wasn't us. Some mystery.
They're called village keepers. Slip.
Yes, sorry. It was all that mystery man's doing. He told us
Siapa
to
tuh?
spread the word about King Deshret's resurrection and talked us into helping him. In return, I'm not sure.
Not sure.
That's one.
Huh? One what?
Strike. You get a total of 3. Then...
Wait, I'm telling the truth.
Tuh.
He got us to lure them out of their houses in the night with some kind of incense. We take the... You gotta believe me, please.
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
Okay.
You have to believe me. If I knew that, I would have told you his name right away. That guy, he wears a cloak, and he's always careful to cover his face.
Coba bantu wajahnya.
I believe I may know what's
Cepat.
going on.
Akhirnya kepala desa ngomong.
Smooth.
Okay.
If my suspicions are correct, this mystery man they speak of could... Some time ago, people from the academia It strikes me now that this secret...
Which means it's highly likely that the academia was purposely spreading a false rumor to trick the radicals into delivering the village keepers right into their hands. They were the ones who brought them here to begin with.
Not the academia again.
Just as I thought. But what could they want with the village?
People are nothing but tools in the eyes of the academia. Regardless.
You're right. Isaka
Time to go. Let's leave the village and
Cari
try.
petunjuk.
You got it. Can't.
Let's
All
go.
right.
Let's meet back here.
Hitam kemana aja?
Well, as you can see, I am merely...
You were gone for ages, and now you're suddenly sitting... Hey, what's with this?
You never think things through before asking questions. I'm...
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an ugly nickname! There's just nothing super obvious to pick with this guy. It makes it so...
Well, you've heard nothing to suggest I left this whole time. So clearly... Anyway. No. I'm just surprised that you decided to team.
Alhaitham, you haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru village.
Benar.
Both of you.
Yeah, you're all
While you were investigating, I had my own work to do.
really?
To be honest, we aren't really a team, so I have no obligation to not to mention that going separate ways allowed me to find some important information.
Huh? Right.
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone. But
What does that?
how do you think the residents of Aru village feel about what we're doing? In other words, do you truly believe every single word the villagers tell?
You mean some of them?
Hiding the truth doesn't. Remember what Candace said? By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. They won't. Glad you're following along. Among those you have talked to, there's someone who was the reason being, to someone who only wants to live their life in peace.
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Don't change the subject.
It's quite obvious that she's intimidated by Sino's authority and strength.
Right. You were asking about the the mad skull.
She corrected herself mid-sentence because she's aware that there are King Deshret fanatics in the village. If she sounds too friendly towards the village keepers, she could easily make herself the
I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually...
Remember? She made a point of denying her involvement in anything that occurs at night.
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them, even though they act a little strange.
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keepers had protected Aru village at night. In other words, the young miss was very much awake during that time.
Then what?
By getting involved with an outsider, she risks drawing unwanted attention to herself.
I'll pass on this one. You said that she is afraid of me. If so, it's best if...
We're on it.
Cari orang yang disebutkan. Oh, ketemu lagi si Genshin. Apa namanya lagi? Masuk ke dalam kah? Oh enggak, ke pintu.
Miss Shawnee.
Shani.
Mr. Alhaitham, I'm aware of where you stand, but...
Huh? What do you mean?
Go ahead and talk to her. You'll go on.
Is it really that simple?
Semudah itu kah?
May I call you Traveler? Hi, Traveler. Do you think the resurrection of King Deshret can truly change Sumeru for the better?
Tidak.
Why is that? That's very similar to before. Traveler, do you believe our lives will get better?
Yeah, we came here from another nation, but even so, we have friends in Sumeru.
I want to trust you.
Shani.
My apologies for posing my questions like that.
Alhaitham told us you have your reasons. It's okay.
The fact is that I'm only one side. Some believe in the Dendro Archon, while others believe in King Desh.
Speaking of
King
which,
Deshret.
the radicals
Dendro
mentioned that they
Archon.
despise...
Yeah. Some people can be so near. Slowly, I just stopped talking to people. I pretended not to, and then it happened.
You can tell them. I'm sure she'll keep your secret.
All right. I'll tell you. I actually have a sharper sense of hearing than most. Sometimes... Perhaps. I'm
Hantu
not
atau?
sure. It used to be louder and more frequent.
I confirmed this with the guards on night duty, but because we're in the middle of a desert,
There's really nothing around these parts, except...
I think they used to use it for treating Elazar, but it's been abandoned.
Ke rumah sakit. Berapa jauh? 200. Harusnya ini kayaknya lebih oke dari sini. Let's go. Rumah sakit tua. Ya, ada begituan. Clarify.
Rain outlines your fate.
Illusion shattered.
So soon is my sword. And beres. Ada lagi kah ya? Heal it turn. Shine down. Oke. Bala bantuan datang. Capek.
There is no escape.
Time to go. Oke, beres. Memang kamu membayangkan apa?
Super serious. We gotta stay on our A game too.
Baik. Yang ini.
This is the one.
Wow. Wow.
Let's go in and take a look.
Oke. Masjid yang terbengkalai.
Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn. Until then.
Waktunya tiba.
I'm taking a break.
Istirahat.
And just like that, he sits down. What are you reading?
Paimon kepo. Ya.
Okay,
Ya.
sure.
Huh?
So.
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya.
Paimon.
How is he so relaxed? Look at him, reading an impossible book in a creepy place like this. Hey, what good is that gonna do for you? Hey, what gives? Shouldn't you be the one? Oh, thank you.
Terima kasih. Sama-sama. Kita tunggu sampai malam. Ngantuk. Suara apaan tuh?
There it is.
Udah datang.
It's coming from that direction.
Oke.
Is the sound coming from here? Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
Oh iya, ada suara, guys.
It's from below. Something is off about the interior here.
Oh, ada.
As
I thought.
Wow.
It's like they tucked another hospital into this one. Oh, it looks like there are other.
Jelajahi, let's go. Patui. Lah. Cari target ke rumah sakit. Oh, malah jatuh. Apa nih? Ini kah? Bukan sini. Aduh, malah jatuh ke sini. Oh, ini bisa dihancurin. Door. Kemana? Wow. Kayaknya bukan ke sini deh. Bisa naik, Kak? Waduh, gak bisa naik. Atau harus ke sini sih? Coba deh. Kayaknya enggak deh.
Rain outlines your fate. Know my sword.
Know my sword. Wow, dia udah di bawah aja. Order guys. Ayo. Aduh. Turun, tahu. Oh. Beres. If we bury it, langsung kupindahkan. Masih ada di musuh di atas. Halo, sini musuhnya kemana sih? Ah, ini harus bukan sini tujuan kita, guys. Aduh, terus atas. Ini gimana cara ke atas? Bisa kita? Ada kumbang. Cara naik ke atasnya lewat mana? Aduh, capean si abahnya. Solidify. Ayo dikit lagi. Ada. Ini ya mekanismenya ya. Berarti butuh Anemo dulu sama Rendo dulu. Anemo.
I want to help.
Nah, ganti Rendo dulu. Supaya cepat.
There are still so many places for us to explore.
Satu. Oke. Satu, dua.
Like a lamb to the slaughter.
Like lamb to the spot.
Illusion shattered.
Wah. Nyata gak kena mukulnya. Mana satu lagi? Ke atas dong. Shine down. Kok bisa naik-naik gitu? Gimana ceritanya? Belum malah foto lagi. Nah. Ini malah turun dulu dong. Ini kumpul. Mana? Ini kalian. Nah. Everyone hold hands. Quicken. Bentar, carinya di sebelah sini. Satu sini. Oh, di atas. Begitu kah?
Stand clear. Absorption test. Shine down. Hey.
Nah, selesai. Yang terakhir itu sebelah kanan. Sampai nggak ya? Sampai. Waduh. Order. This is order.
Animal test 6308. Absorption test. Illusion shattered. Everyone hold hands.
Everyone hold hands. Down to oblivion. Gimana yang dipukul sih? Solidify. I skipped it.
There is no escape.
Agak kayak mulu. Bala bantuannya datang.
Order guide you.
Langsung ku kasih order.
Enhanced animal module 75. Animal test.
Shine down.
Hey,
Pada damage sih.
There is no escape.
Lama jadinya. Mati saja.
I see everything.
Shine down.
Satu lagi. Aduh. Yang terbang. Hey. Aduh.
Illusion shattered.
Illusion shadow. Oke, harusnya beres. Kembali lagi. Belum kembali ganti dulu partiannya.
For justice.
For justice.
Good eye.
Sini kan? Oke.
Look, there's someone over there. Good idea. Let's approach him slowly.
Siapa coba yang diam di sini? Ini kasih kakek.
Wait,
Kakek?
you're...
He can't speak. And also, why is he the
Didn't expect to see him here.
You know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the
He's a scholar too?
No. And Razak was never involved in any of those things. He never... Leaving that question aside for the moment, looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. Perhaps... There are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully
Ya, ada
drawing a
gerobak
cart that
yang
was
berat.
loaded with something heavy.
Loaded with...
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry. The symptoms are identical. Allow me to jog your memory. Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
Ah, ini. Pria Eremit yang gila.
Correct. The academe, it isn't difficult to deduce their rationale. First, these rumors were all the persuasion that the radicals needed, as well as being able to exploit the life for the desert dwellers. Many would give even if complications arise. People will see that the notion of an academia plot wouldn't even cross their minds.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense, but there's still one thing.
Throughout this process, one thing has changed. First, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that,
menjadi gila.
An exile is still patently a living. If you can't find someone,
Resource?
one possibility is that
Extracted?
with the technology of perhaps the process
So, the human brain...
I'm the academia scribe. Anyway, judging by Razak's state, or perhaps his curiosity got the better of it.
Hyman's a little confused.
The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer.
Untuk orang yang telah memandang
That's
kesadaran dewa.
To some, however, the academia is going. I've spent quite some time trying to.
You mean you're not even slightly interested?
All scholars seek to expand the horizons of knowledge, extracting information from people as if they were lifeless.
Sounds like you're really against all this.
Of course, the academia's actions, whether it be academics or knowledge, this matter needs to be corrected.
Wait, didn't you step in to help because you...
Not to be callous, but no. There is no shortage of suffering and some.
Probably not.
You can say that. Simply put, The divine knowledge capsule is something I want to investigate in.
Hyman's been wanting to say this for.
Mungkin benar.
Though I must say, uniqueness is also an asset.
Wow, that's a great way to think about it.
I'm just a more likable person than her. He won't last long if we leave him here. We'll work out our next step after.
Saru lagi. Balik lagi ke desa Aru. Ini apa nih? Edge of. Oh, di area. Ya.
Every
lagi.
journey has its final day. Don't rush.
Every journey has finals. Don't rush.
We're back.
Kami sudah kembali.
You must be tired.
What's the situation?
Waduh, udah 2 jam lagi.
Unfortunately, somebody who's too young to take on the role of Isak's grandfather. Never.
So, at one point in time,
Yep, pretty much.
their plan must have been implemented at some point before we arrived at Aru village. Yet, they
We may have a mole in our. One of us could be secretly revealing our whereabouts.
Siapa tuh?
Are our friendships?
Looks like none of you have realized wherein lies the issue. Sino, you're the reason why they can predict our movements.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
choose your next words very carefully.
It is simply a logical inference. I have.
So what you're saying is interesting.
I know. You have a point. But I realized something as we were returning from the hospital. Sino isn't like any of us.
Mm-hmm.
What are you trying to say?
Do you still remember who you are, General Mahamatra? As a Matra, you are no doubt privy to certain kinds of information. Before you can take action against, simply put, the academia has traditionally allowed you, if you want to raise a vicious war.
The academia is...
It's not that simple. The academia has eyes all over Sumeru, but they have a special protocol for dealing with you. Every so often comes a Nyagarbaha day. On this day, I remember seeing the thick...
You're saying that the academia entered my information into the... But what's the point in doing that?
The Akasha is capable of computing. The Akasha's algorithms are entirely capable of predicting your movements using the data entered.
It predicted my every move.
The academia has been watching you longer than you think. However, the fact that you resigned is proof that their suspicions were well-founded.
So that's how it is. Sino, tenacity of will instead. Sino, don't take it to heart.
They escaped because of me.
Don't blame yourself. It's not like any of us would have known.
Benar.
I have an idea. If they predicted my movements, then I might be able to guess where they went.
Whoa, you bounced back fast.
There is always an opportunity for...
Oh, so that's how if the academia is trying to avoid some...
Satu langkah di
Yep,
belakang.
that's right.
They'll want to proceed in the direction opposite of where I'm going.
Kamu jadi semakin pintar saja, Paimon.
I must go.
Okay.
There's also something I want to investigate.
Let's go, guys. After, please, wait. I want to go.
Aduh, Isak.
I want to find Grandpa.
Everyone, I leave him in your hands.
Begitu kah?
Yay, let's go.
Bawa Isak.
Paimon feels like...
Tangisan rumah sakit Elazar di Sino. Di mana itu? Sini. Oke. Tuh. Sedikit guys. I know.
So, where do we go from here?
Kemana?
Yes. After leaving the village, we should head straight toward the desert.
Oh, kita bersama dengan Allah hitam.
I know the desert like the back of my hand. Is that because you play here a lot? Yep. One time, Grandpa almost got lost in the desert, but I was the one who brought him back.
Good.
There's something here. What's this?
It's buried in the sand.
And Paimon thought running around everywhere was already enough work. Okay,
Alam terus.
okay. So,
Mangalo.
These are likely fragments of an academia. Looks like there were more than one. Let's split up and search the area.
Menggali pasir. Ada harus pakai anemo lagi dong.
is this what we're searching for?
This is definitely a device used.
How did it end up buried in the sand? They must have been attacked along the way.
Wait, what?
Diserang.
Grandpa, I hope you're okay. Don't worry, your grandpa's gonna be fine.
Betul.
The Zack didn't display any signs of starvation.
We should be able to catch up.
One more thing. I believe the attack must have happened prior to the sandstorm.
Coba terang.
Let's keep going.
Masih belum
Can't have
jauh.
gone far.
Ya.
But running on sand is so tiring.
Berarti terus di padang pasir. Paimon kan terbang. Kenapa mengeluh terus?
Over sand tiring too?
Kan?
Of course it is.
Kan capek terbang kali. Panasan aja. Kan pasir. Pasir coy.
Voices over there.
Ribut-ribut.
It sounds like an argument.
Whoa, you have really good ears.
Don't get any closer. They'll notice us.
Yeah.
Dia's talking with the Eremites? Very interesting.
Mari
Let's
kita
listen
dengar.
in.
If you had informed me sooner, there'd be plenty of room for us to.
You're one of us. We would never lie.
Scholars. You don't know as much as I do.
I knew it. That's our Dia.
Dia? Why would you? Dia!
Isak.
What are you doing?
Isak.
Didn't you say you'd help me find Grandpa? What?
Well, look who's here.
This complicates.
You've betrayed Aru village?
So, this is the great General Mahamatra. Dear, you'd be better off as my assistant than hanging around with this motley crew.
I'm not the type that's easily swayed, Rahman. You of all people should know that.
Rahman.
Wait, what's going on, Dia? Whose side are you on here?
Shut it, Paimon.
It doesn't matter. Whichever side you pick, nothing can deter us from the grand mission.
Face the facts, Rahman. It's not gonna happen. You should understand that more than any.
I'm a desert dweller and a proud follower of King Deshret.
King Deshret.
What?
It's not too late yet. The village keep mad.
You don't understand, my dear lady. Pursuing our...
Even if it'll expose you to the academia, even if they end up disbanding the Eremites, your Eremite.
Yes. We've waited a long time for this day to come. The sun, with these scholars in our custody, will stomp the
Ridiculous. Think about it. If you still don't believe me, then try asking these two men. They're also against.
They look more like pawns of the academia. Filthy traitors. Your
Seluruh
god
kemuliaan
abandoned all
pasti tidak
honor and
terpecah.
betrayed
Bener.
King.
It's impossible to communicate with. Perhaps we should.
Do you really believe that by kidnapping the scholars, you'll be able to negotiate with the academia? These people have no value as bargaining chips. But I could be. These scholars were exiled from the academia. I, on the other hand, am their current scribe, and will be a much greater asset to you.
Wait, you can't be serious.
So, you want to try?
Precisely. Any wise.
What are you thinking? What if they decide to kill you instead?
Well, that would be bad luck for me. However, I'd get the chance to observe the scholar. I'm not trying to persuade you.
You are the scribe. What?
Not all desert dwellers believe in King Deshret.
You academia scum. Every last one of.
Not so fast. I'll hate them. Do you stand by everything you just said?
I never
You know you're making a dangerous decision.
I do.
Good.
Okay.
Raman, hear me out. These people are my friends. Maybe you can't take the followers of the Dendro Archon at their word.
We've known each other for years.
In that case, I'm willing to vouch for their honesty with my right. Come on, Raman, don't be.
An arm from the flame main. What if you refuse to oblige? What should I do then? No one's a fool here.
A flame man.
Not wrong, but this is different. I promised my friends that we'd.
Let's do it right here then. Give me your right arm as
Ada.
proof of your resolve.
Tangan kanan.
Don't listen to him. He's not even trying to negotiate. He just wants to make things more difficult.
That's fine.
Are you crazy?
Are you
We came here to
crazy?
save lives. One arm for that many people is still a pretty good deal, if you ask me. Raman,
Sure. Go ahead and cut off her right arm.
Ugh.
No! Dia, what are you gonna do? Think of something!
Ayo, ngomong apa?
You don't have to go this far.
that's not for you to
do it.
Tekan. Dia, run. Oke. Gini kah ekspresinya?
Stop.
Stop.
What's wrong?
Harusnya
Can't do it?
pakai jadi animasi ya ini ya. Jadi kalau dia ngomong stopnya nggak itu nggak kaku.
You and I are both desert folk. Cutting off your arm is no different than cutting off my own finger. You've shown me that you're serious. Go on now, take your friends.
Mhm. Aham.
Phew. I was really counting on him not going through with it.
That was crazy. Have you
Then I just have to hold my claymore with my left arm. Okay, I'm sorry, but
Don't ever make a promise like that again. I can do if it came down to it. You would.
I don't doubt it, Sino. But this is about more than me and them. There's a even if we got rid of one bunch of radicals, there are others out there.
I'm sorry, Dia. I should have stayed put and listened.
It's okay. I promised you I'd help find your grand.
Whatever it takes? You just might be scholar material.
Tutorial biar damage-nya gede. Aduh, kurang tahu Mr. M. Aku pemainnya yang tukang gebuk-gebuk only, tidak tahu mekaniknya.
I feel like he's using his praise for me as an excuse to brag about himself.
Paling yang aku tahu buat damage-nya gede ya cari artefaknya yang benar untuk si karakternya, senjatanya pun harus disesuaikan dengan karakternya, terus naikin talentnya.
Okay, let's get moving.
Kalau buat
We should head back to the village
kombonya
and rest
sih,
up.
bahkan
Today was
partiannya
just a
lah,
trial run.
bisa lah
Noon
kamu
tomorrow
cari-cari
is gonna be
sendiri
the
di
hard
di YouTube lah. Pasti banyak tuh yang bikin konten-konten. Ini campur ini, kombonya pas, nah, bisa ngasilin damage yang gede. Tapi untuk per karakternya paling cari dulu artefaknya, naikin juga levelnya, senjatanya pilih yang benar, baru naikin talentanya. Kemana nih? Oh, tunggu sampai jam 6 pagi ya. Udah lebih dikit. Bisa tuh. Oh, dikit. Bener lebih satu lah. Oke. Cari hasilnya, oke. Kemana tuh? Berkumpul bersama siapa aja tuh? Candace, Isak, final item deh ya, oke. Semuanya ngumpul.
You're all here so early.
Looks like we have everyone here. Isak, are you sure you want to come with us?
I'll watch from a safe distance. Dia.
Okay, let's
Oh, menjemput kakek.
What's the matter?
I heard that you were quite reckless yesterday.
Baiklah. Jauh nggak? 800 meter. 1800 di mana tuh? Oh my god, aku belum buka ini tempatnya. Oh. Ini dulu sini. Nah, kita buka dulu guys tempatnya. Sebelum menjalankan misi, kita buka dulu tempatnya. Ada. Salah. Jangan ya sampai atas. Harusnya bisa. Oh enggak.
That's close enough.
New punching bag. Maaf, angkut. Naik, ayo. Jongli naik. Aduh, kena pukul terus. Aku tidak mau buang-buang waktu.
Stabilize.
Out mana ya? Duduk. Ini ada jalannya. Ya. Ayo, kenapa kalian yang ngajak bertarung? Ada sana. Masih bertarung. Nah, bisa juga. Oke, sini beres. Sini dulu. Sini. Makan emang udah ada. Belum punya guys. Kita lanjut lagi. Bukain tele tempat telenya dulu. Itu luas banget guys. Udah dong ternyata. Lari, ayo, bah. Sini lanjut ke sana. Kenapa lantai? Wadah. Tarbet. Aduh, nanti pasti banyak harus kesini buka-bukain teleport point-nya, capek banget. Sini. Hah? Tadi dia bisa teleport. Kenapa tuh? Oh, ini lagi buka ternyata. Lagi. Nah, udah bisa kan? Mapku gelap, guys. Itu dia. Tapi guys, kita live-nya cuman setengah jaman lagi aja ya. Kalau setengah jam lagi quest story-nya tidak beres, kita lanjut lagi besok. Naik lagi. Ayo naik, ayo. Kok nggak naik? Gak nyampe. Manjat kayak ini. Apa lagi tuh? Udah weh, aku tidak mau bertarung. Udah kehilangan. Nah, aku buka semua, harusnya sudah gelap, paling teleport point-nya saja yang masih kurang. Pergi. Nah, sini terus ke sini deh. Apaan tuh? Oh. Apaan nih? Ya, lumayan. Oh, masih ngurangin damage. Masih ngurangin HP ternyata. Jatuhnya ke pasir. Di area tertutupnya ini masuk situ terus itu ya. Harap. Iya. Oh, ada scarab lagi. Scarab satu. Apaan tuh? Ada lagi fulus. Lagi fulus. Dendroculus. Kok bisa lewat sini? Ya, kau daripada sini anjay.
Huh. They got here before us.
Uh-oh. Is it because Paimon overslept by 5 minutes?
Is everything ready?
Absolute. You brought fewer people than I imagined.
Bring him over.
Okay.
Raman, I've always thought of you as a man of his word.
It's a one-for-one exchange.
Ada.
Let me put it this way. Agreeing to any kind...
Shit.
You stay right there.
Gelut kah? Oh, gelut dulu guys.
What do you think you're doing? Don't you see this blade here?
Getar-getar.
You coward. Why are your hands shaking? Wait a second. It's a earthquake.
Gempa bumi. Kakeknya Ling lo. Lah. Lah, kenapa ini?
Paimon.
Masuk dalam.
The sand dune. I saw an energy field. It glowed green with dendro. Just like you said. The dendro archon.
Grandpa?
Hey, look around you.
There used to be a...
Aduh, harus masuk kuil ini lagi
Seems that
ya.
when the sand dune the symbols on the gate belong. It could have been an underground palace in the.
Oh, a miracle. Praise King.
What's he doing here?
They must have fallen down here with us. Most of them seem in really bad shape.
Mind your head.
No, this isn't the time for conflict. Our exalted lord...
He's not actually...
As it happens,
What are you doing?
don't you think it's curious? 1 minute, Lesser Lord Kusanali's power protects us from harm, and the next, two major deities are vying to show.
Paimon thought you weren't interested in
Indeed. New discoveries are always worth
Raman, what are you gonna do about your...
I'll just let them lay here.
Aduh, ditinggalin. Api es listrik, oke. Api sudah, tinggal ini kita ganti jadi es. Ah ya ya.
Present.
Kenapa dia butuh es ya?
It's full of life here.
Penuh dengan kehidupan.
This defies comprehension.
Yeah, and there's so many plants. It's so pretty.
Sir Rahman,
Huh?
do you see another?
Are you mocking me?
Interpret it however you want. But
Whatever you say.
there's nothing to be angry at.
It does seem kind of strange.
Bentar.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Kembali. Apa nih? Putar juga kah? Tadi kayaknya ada panduannya deh. Nah kan? Panduan upacara. Ini kan? Sebagai manusia lihatkah ke atas dan dengarkan apa panduan kudus. Aku tidak mengerti. Masih ada. Kenapa ini F-nya harus diapain nih maksudnya? Bentar, ini kayak gini. Apa bedanya? Oh. Ini aja. Oh. Atas aula. Apa di atasnya ada apa? Itu nyala, ini gak nyala. Itu nyala. Gak nyala ini. Itu nyala, itu nyala, ini tidak nyala. Somehow aku ngasal. Bisa, ya udahlah. Ngasal pun masih bisa, guys. Terus kemana? Periksa. Periksa tiba-tiba keluar sama ginian. Aduh, susah yang ini terbang. Bentar. Tidur listrik. Jadi super kandak. Gather. Beres. Terus kemana? Motor-motor kah? Tunggu itu apa tuh? Cabbage. I will have order.
Illusion shattered. Inazuma
Not
shines
right
eternal.
manner. Wah, damage-nya hebat. Waduh. Terkena damage.
Shine down.
Nah, apa tuh? Kok kayak ada banyak tempat yang bisa di taruh. Oh, lagi. Nikah, ada apa di sini? Oh. Oh, kanan. Yo, what? Goodwill. Sini pasti. Ini ke depan, ke kanan, kiri. Oh, bingungnya. Ini lagi.
Stabilize.
There is no escape.
That's over. Rah.
Take flight.
Ini kebuka, terus ini nyalakan lagi. Hello. Ini lagi.
Whirling snow. Sakura swirl.
Sacrifice. Beres. Terima kasih. Ini terus kita ke mana? Sini kah? Itu apa tuh? Nyalakan lift. Sini kah? Ini? Bukan. Awak sini? Ada chest. Ini ada ke chest juga. Oh, nggak ada. Tuh. Cabbage stick apa? Oh, ini. Maksudnya gimana? Harus ke atas, harus ke bawah nih. Kan yang tadi turun ke bawah, muter-muter dong. Harus ngelakuin sesuatu ini. Ini nggak bisa. Oh my god. Sini juga bisa. Apa yang harus aku lakukan? Harus kena geprek? Tidak. Ya. Aneh banget. Apa yang harus kulakukan di sini? Puzzle juga kah ini? Nggak ngerti deh. Ini apa? Oh, disuruh ke atas lagi. Itu dong, harus ada tandanya. Bingung atuh. Terus langsung pindah jadi jadi ini. Turun dong. Nggak bisa makulnya kalau nggak turun. Terus. Gagal. Ah, kena met. Bantu. So rude. Oke, ini apa lagi? Pencet. Kita pencet. Apa? Apaan? Oh my god. Teka-teki begini. Ini apa maksudnya? Tutup, aktifkan. Nggak tahu lah. Aku tidak paham. Saya pencet.
Now that's a sight to see. King Deshret's splendor surrounds us.
There's so much vegetation here. It's different than what I expected.
Sure are a lot of plants for a desert.
That's what I call divine providence of King
Deshret.
Deshret.
Buset, ada portal. Waduh.
It's getting brighter. Oh, it looks so beautiful.
Beautiful. Nah. Hujan, guys. Aduh. Tunggu dulu.
What's that?
A load of flowers.
Banyak banget bunganya.
There's something among them.
Ayam makam.
These are...
They left something behind.
What does it say?
Here lies our faithful priest Kasala.
Kasala?
His wisdom is a miracle among the people.
You can read ancient King Deshret?
Of course. Every student needs to master at least 20 languages before they...
He's not serious, right?
There's still something off about this place. The scent of life.
Is this it?
Analyzing.
There seems to be a hidden Excellent.
Betul lah.
There's a device from King Deshret's...
Isn't sharing knowledge against the act?
Yes. However, you'll understand after watching it.
Oke. Kita akan menonton kah?
Civilization is born of knowledge, but so too can knowledge be its demise. A disaster caught us unaware,
it was knowledge that did not belong to this world. King Deshret brought this forbidden knowledge into our world, and it quickly spread like a plague. People's minds were filled with crazed whispers. Dark gray scales spread across their bodies. Even the land was stripped of its vigor. Only a desperate, deathly silence remained. Were it not for greater Lord Rukkhadevata from the forests, the damage would have been irreversible. She summoned the priests to build temples and infused into them the divine power of life. The disaster was miraculously tempered, and the embers of our civilization were preserved in Aru village. Alas, the miracle could not last. As long as forbidden knowledge continued to exist, it would forever blight this world. In the end, the proud king of the desert, my eternal lord, chose to sacrifice himself. I have spent my whole life since guarding one of these many temples. But now, my duty is coming to an end. As I close my eyes for the final time, the sight of that noble deity will appear in my vision once more. In helping King Deshret to eradicate forbidden knowledge, she exhausted her strength, and her form became that of a small child. How strange. Now that I think of her, I no longer have any fear of death, for I sense that the spirit of life will abide with me during my eternal sleep. Children of the desert, cling no longer to past grievances, but hold tight to the memory of this act of benevolence.
Kebajikan.
What was that?
What is that?
The priest's memories.
No.
No, impossible.
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
But this doesn't...
Was that the former Dendro art?
You might be distrustful of the Akasha, but there's no reason for you to doubt King Deshret's technology. You've just witnessed his...
I've never heard about the surviving followers of King Deshret all gathered in Aru village. King Deshret's death. The old we saw her as nothing more than a traitor, who stabbed us in the back in our moment of crisis.
You were blinded by your prejudice.
Prasangka.
If I hadn't seen this for myself, if I hadn't witnessed his last, how could I ever begin to accept it?
Raman, that's enough. Give it a rest. You're starting to make a fool of yourself.
Dia, my Aramites and I. What do we even fight?
Tidak mengherankan bagi siapapun yang percaya.
How you doing?
I'll live. I should probably go. Can't...
What's your next move gonna be?
Oh, I know what you're going to ask. But please, give me some time.
It's not gonna be...
Well, I guess that's for me to deal with.
When would be a good time for us to...
Tomorrow. I'll convince everyone that we're all on the same side. And I'll return every last...
You seem to finally understand that our...
Yes.
The
gods never gave up on anyone. It's the people responsible.
Great change.
But he seemed...
Ramon's no fool. Being the leader of your own faction in the desert is no easy feat. It's too bad he was held back by his belief in King Deshret.
The outcome, at least, is...
We should get going too. Let's head back.
Bukan lagi untuk besok.
We're leaving.
Stop yelling.
Stop yelling. Kita keluar. Apakah beres? Kalau belum beres, lanjutin lagi. Nanti. Belum. Berapa meter tuh? 1700. Jangan bilang dari sini ke sini atau dari sini ke sini ya. Sini dulu aja. Terus kalian pakai teleport point di sana. Meter not bad. Ermite. Halo, Ermite. Hancurkan muatan berbahaya.
Rahman?
Everything's been arranged.
I guess all I can say now.
Don't mention it. But we share a common...
Where are the
I'll bring you to them.
So these are the people who kidnapped the village keepers.
Oh no, it's the scribe!
There's no need to yell. No one can help you now.
Tidak ada.
That's right.
Oh no.
General Mahamatra? No, no. Make it quick, please. Swift.
Whoa. The moment they set eyes on Sino, they turn pale like they've seen a ghost.
You should have known that I would be coming.
Wait, we were just following orders.
No, not Sino. He's gonna tear us limb from limb.
I could do worse.
Please have mercy.
Start talking.
So, your superiors have kept you quite busy recently.
They, wanted to extract canned...
Don't play dumb. They extract divine canned knowledge.
I really don't...
Well, you better start talking or you'll be sorry.
You don't want to make things any more difficult for yourself, do ya?
Be my guest.
Be my guest.
Uh-huh. That sure didn't sound like a fancy metaphor and...
How did you know?
There's no use hiding it now. Yes, you're right. The academia is working on an important and potentially world-changing project.
Wow.
It may seem as if the withering of Irminsul has been getting worse recently. The sages have tried everything they could think of, but nothing's worked. I'm always hearing them say things like, if only...
Continue.
And then, someone from the Fatui... The doctor was previously expelled from the academia. At first, the sages looked down at him in disdain. But when he asked them, do you...
This is what the arrogant ignorance at the extreme end of academia looked...
First, the academia spent a long time constructing a... After that, they harvested dreams with the doctor's help, and the Akasha now functioning. Next, they decided that their new god needed to possess divine wisdom.
It adds up.
But how do you determine whether the knowledge extracted is of divine origin?
Call it an educated guess? The academia has been trying to figure out the exact source of the scholar's madness for centuries. Nobody can explain the cause of this phenomenon. Surely you could... If it's knowledge no mortal can comprehend...
Dewa Baru.
You must have noticed by now. The academia doesn't care about who their god. It is as if they are cursed with a desire for omniscience, and some organisms demonstrate phototax. This is but a form of phototaxis.
And what does Lesser Lord Kusan... Is she not a true god
From the beginning, the academia has... When the academia first discovered Lesser Lord Kusanali, the newborn god of wisdom, the sages hoped that they found that at the time, not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali's gnosis had been used to power. Slowly but surely, people began to forget about her existence.
Perlahan.
All right, let's try to keep our cool.
Semuanya,
Rahman, give me a few men to help.
Sure.
Baik. Kembali ke rumah pada dasar village. Aduh. Balik lagi kah?
The village keepers you found.
Setelah berusaha kulit atau
Hey, say something. Stop spacing out.
Come
Kan
on, is
tangan.
there not?
Or I.
Oh, Paimon's so coming with you.
Ada 9.
Do you have any plans, traveler?
Gods above, you're not talking about work.
So you were still withholding some information?
Even though we lived through all of this firsthand,
What a whirlwind of a story. I felt like I was holding my breath the whole time.
It seems like there will be more issues to face in the days ahead than.
Still, now's a good time to make our next move. Now that Ramon's joined us, we'll be an even stronger.
It's time to make a plan.
Rencana.
So, everyone.
Crush the sages and rescue our god. That.
Well, let's brainstorm a little
Baik,
more
The
about.
next time we
gunakan.
gather here, we must have a.
Yep.
Oke. Belum selesai kah? Quest selesai bersambung. Quest Archonya masih belum selesai, ada bagian 5. Tirai pengantar fajar. Oke. Kita sudah dulu sampai sini, guys. Lanjut lagi besok. Kita akan lanjut lagi besok. Oke, terima kasih semuanya yang sudah nonton dengan live streaming ini. Jangan lupa jika kalian suka dengan live streamingnya, jangan lupa untuk di like dan juga di subscribe ya guys ya. Dan sampai jumpa lagi di live berikutnya. Dadah guys. Dadah.